There's like the lie where you leave key information out.
I can't believe you. I have done nothing to deserve this kind of mistrust.
All right, now listen up, you limey bum sniffers.
Earn cash, travel, meet new people.
Anybody been on the airplane? You ever went in that bathroom on the airplane?
Crim's it on for being with a gamcom.
I feel back to normal. In fact, I probably feel better than I did before.
Creatures on the upper with the drumstick!
Yeah, you're in good company.
You know, like I've said 1,000 times, we're just different places in our lives.
See Roger the Boogly!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. The Office went off the air in 2013, but for Netflix subscribers, the sitcom is an endlessly rewatchable and soothing balm for whatever ails you. So it's not surprising that it's the most binged series on Netflix. But now, it looks like that might change, because Netflix is at risk of losing The Office from the streaming service entirely. According to the Wall Street Journal, NBC Universal is considering taking back the rights to the show once its Netflix contract expires in 2021, so The Office can live exclusively on the network's own forthcoming streaming platform. The move would be a massive loss for Netflix users. The show was responsible for 3% of Netflix's total viewing in the United States last year. A California dude named Rob Bainter lost his Apple Watch while surfing, said it was returned to him 6 months later, and it still works.
Huge wave came, and I'm like, I was loving it, rode it, it was great, and then I pick up my arm, I'm like, oh my God, what just happened? I came back out at 7 p.m. I'm walking down, looking around, I don't know, I just had this feeling I was gonna get it back. I didn't get too upset.
Then a call.
This guy saying, hey, if your name is Rob Bainter and you lost an Apple Watch recently, hey, give me a call, and if you can describe it, I'll give this thing to you. He was just walking out looking for, shells, and he found it, right there. So it was just a dream come true. I couldn't believe it. It worked fine. I mean, as though it didn't skip a beat. All the information was there. All the apps were there. I'm a big Apple fan. Kind of came from the bleeding edge of, PCs and having to have the latest, greatest, and then realizing, what? Apple kind of does that for you. They don't put out the bleeding edge, but it's the cutting edge done right.
10 years ago, Steve Jobs walked on stage and introduced a new product called the iPhone, marking a milestone in both technology and innovation. And to keep his spirit alive, we here at Apple are proud to announce the culmination of Steve's vision. The new iPhone X comes in 2 new colors. You can't and afford it. The Face ID technology is unnecessary. When you look at your phone, it'll shoot thousands of lasers straight into your pores. Then it sucks out your soul, much like a Dementor. That's how our phones get power. Thank you for your life juice. We then store your faces right here on this shelf to keep forever, just for a rainy day. You may have noticed that there's no longer a home button. You don't need it. So let me just scroll down this web page. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to scroll down. It's not what it... Stop! The camera has a new studio lighting mode, so you can trick people on Tinder and Bumble into thinking you're good looking. It's like catfishing for a whole new generation. It's the new iPhone X. Costs as much as a good laptop, or 3 Switches and 2 games, or 50 U2 albums. This is what Steve would have wanted. Probably.
Trump said this morning that if the, quote, partisan Dems ever tried to impeach, I would head first to the U.S. Supreme Court. You know what? A president not knowing that the Supreme Court has nothing to do with impeachment should be an impeachable offense. Meanwhile, Trump is making a state visit to the UK in June. Hopefully, Prince Philip will pick him up at the airport. Joe Biden is expected to make his big announcement today. Yes, he's going to tell us who's going to play him on SNL. Elon Musk says that he's working on a quiet leaf blower. That's great. That way you won't disturb your neighbors when you use your quiet leaf blower to extinguish the flames shooting out of your Tesla. For the first time, scientists at NASA reported measuring an earthquake on Mars, or Marsquake, if you will. In response, the White House immediately pledged assistance to help the people of Mars rebuild. Hey, warning, Mother's Day is in 2 weeks from Sunday. If you don't know what to get Mom, jewelry, flowers, and going out for dinner always rank high. Fishing rods, golf balls, and grass seed, probably not so much. Time for Nobody Gives a They're supposed to announce today the title and cast of the new James Bond movie. Well, we'll finally find out which part Kevin James gets to play. Hey, Paul Blart Mall Cop. Nobody gives a Henry Block, the founder of H&R Block, which helps you prepare your tax returns, has passed away. His funeral will be in just a few days, unless, of course, they file for an extension. Hey, taxes. Nobody gives a And the CEO of Lululemon says the word athleisure doesn't define the company. That's because, well, just for starters, athleisure isn't even actually a word, you fucking moron. Hey, overpriced crap. Nobody gives a Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays for NSS Live.